Hi, this is Irene of Aging Younger, and today's video is episode 4 of Opening Inwards, and it's about discovering the power of the divine in you. And once again, I request that you keep an open mind and open heart and suspend all judgment and just enjoy the video. So let's go. What if originally we are all perfected souls alongside the angels and saints, and with God in that place where there is love, joy, peace, tranquility, and immortality? What if there are other souls there that have returned from their successful mission on earth? What if among the many souls, God chose us to go down to earth, to be given birth to an immortal body, and to accomplish a mission that is to be saddled with innumerable challenges and destined to test the mortal's faith? In earth terms, it's like we've been recruited to go to war and blessed to emerge triumphant. The difference between us and the earth soldiers is that upon occupying a mortal body, our host has the option to disobey and not to follow the mission. Number 2, it is free to create and develop its own tools to emerge triumphant. Number 3, a roadmap or guidance will always be available, but we need to find its location, like a buried treasure. And number 4, once found, complete faith and surrender is essential to advance to the next level. What if your brain, intricately created as it might be, has been storing childhood memories, phobias, fears, educational and career accomplishments, broken and successful relationships, and offsprings, as well as material possessions that have now defined you? You now think that this is the true you, your ego. Sadly, as the ego grew, the divine being inside of you became more and more faint. So, sometimes ego means edging God out. As it grows, your divine being dims. Fortunately, as you experienced life, you may have encountered life-altering situations, making you aware of the divine being inside of you. Or it may just be a quiet moment of enlightenment during one of your prayers or meditation. Or all throughout your life, you have been actively seeking this divine being inside of you. Whatever your circumstances are, congratulations on finally finding that buried treasure. And now that the perfect divine has emerged from the deep recesses of your being, it needs to be expressed. It is so overwhelming with love that it radiates from your inner being unto your outer world. You want to be in this constant state of pure love, that you won't allow conflicts and outside interferences to disturb this internal bliss. You are consumed with the mission of spreading love, serving mankind, and inspiring other mortals to find the divine beings inside of them. Your perfect soul is accomplishing its ultimate quest. Now, that's an ideal and beautiful ending, but may not necessarily hold true for all of us. Let me tell you how I came about these musings. On several occasions in my life, I've often wondered, how can God hear and answer my prayers when there are billions of people praying to Him at the same time? Whenever I misplaced my car keys, I pray that I'd find it immediately because I have a very important appointment. And then I seem to locate it instantaneously. Then I ask myself, why would God entertain such a trivial request when there must be millions of well-deserving requests out there that need His urgent attention? What if we need not look further? What if God is already in us through our divine self? Yes, what if the divine in me and in each and every one of us is already there? So then, He is in us 24/7, 365 days a year, every minute and every second of the day. No request is too petty, no conversation too trivial, no problem too insignificant, no desire too inconsequential. There can also be no secrets, as my divine self can see every thought and every action. So how do we tap into this divine power within us so that we can become co-creators rather than victims of our own life stories? Through fervent prayers and regular meditations, we catch a glimpse of that tiny internal flicker, and through our daily communications, let that flicker expand into a bright flame encompassing our whole being. The divine being within us is perfect. It has a mission. Its purpose is aligned with God. When God gifted us with this divine being, it was so that it can be our spiritual guide in our life. As we cultivate our inner world, we get to recognize the spirit within us. At first, it's not going to be easy because it's just whispering, and the screams and the shouts and the incessant chatter of the intellectual mind is much, much louder than the whispers of the gentle spirit. But how do we know if the answer we're getting is indeed from our divine source or not? When asking for guidance and the response we obtain is 1, selfish and can be detrimental for others, 2, is only temporarily fulfilling and may have a long-term repercussion to our being or to others, 3, it does not accomplish the mission as stated previously, 4, it is based solely on logic and past similar situations, and 5, has to manipulate or control people or circumstances, then we know that it is the ego talking to us and not our divine spirit. I've often wondered what complete surrender meant. I now know that complete surrender means that despite my free will, I still let the divine in me take over the wheels of my life. I just go with its flow. And the most important of all is faith. At first, we may have a problem with this as we let what we see and what is currently occurring in our visible world determine the degree of our faith. But how can we judge based on what we witness with our mortal eyes when we are currently embedded and enclosed in that tiny minuscule of a square within that gigantic and beautiful tapestry we call life? Hence, it's called blind faith. It's not because we need to close our eyes deliberately, but it's because even with wide open eyes, it's limited to what it can see. The four corners of that tiny square. The divine in me, being aligned with God, knows how that magnificent tapestry should be created in order for my soul to say, "Mission accomplished, Lord, reporting back for duty," as it leaves my mortal body and eagerly returns to its original source. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button and leave your comments below. I read all of them, really. All right, see you next time.